What is up, Pokepeeps? My name is Socrates101, and today we are back with week number 4 of the MBL. As you can see in the bottom of the bud, I can't point one webcam and reverse chat. So we are playing Rat Matt from the Washington Red Shells, which is in the bottom line somewhere, as it should be, and he has an interesting matchup. He did bring the Bronzong as I expected. He did bring Electivire as I expected because he probably made those trades just to kick my butt. I'm one of there are only 2 teams currently being undefeated in this league, and I'm one of them, so I'm apparently a big threat to the majority of people. And he made a couple trades which made his team stronger and also made him stronger, particularly against me. So he brought Megaltaria, Infernape, Zapdos, and Gengar. So looking at his team, he doesn't have anything that can, as has been stated in the team analysis, once I do get up Frogs and I get off at Swords Dance with my Talonflame, I win. I straight up win. It doesn't happen, so that's why I'm going to try and force for the majority of the battle, and let's see how we do. Looking at his team, I didn't figure that he'd lead with 1-2 of his electric types, and if he would, then I had a safe switch into Electros. So what I decided to do is just lead with Suicune, and that ends up working out perfectly. He decides to lead off with, he told me after the battle that this was Scarf Infernape. I wasn't sure at the time. He could be anything. He could be Sash, it could be Expert Bell, I have no idea. But I do decide to go for a safe Scald, and I do get the burn on the Megaltaria. So I predicted him to switch right here, so I go for another Scald, because I thought he would want to get rid of that burn because he had it Mega Evolved, yeah, and he has to Mega Evolve right now. But he decides to not to, so this guy is going to be either a Heal Beller or he's going to be burned for the rest of the game. So I go into my counter, especially since it's burnt now, so Earthquake doesn't do anything. As you guys know, I'm carrying a Shuka Berry, just so I can live 2 of those. But what I wanted to do, as I said, I wanted to force my Frogs, but doesn't end up working out. I go into my Electrons, which is not the best play, and here I clicked Volt Switch, and then I clicked Cancel, and then I clicked Knock Off, but the Cancel button didn't work. Showdown was pretty laggy right now, and he gets a crit with the Cross Chop, because I don't have Switch into this thing, so I basically had to stay in with the Electrons. If he had not gotten crit, and the Cancel button would have worked, probably could have taken another one, but he crit me twice in a row, so it didn't matter. So here I go into Electrons, into Heracross, as I'm already down, but I'm just gonna go for a Mega Horn right here. That is max attack, adamant damage, but this Altaria does not give shits. I'm gonna go in Empoleon, and basically since he is going to switch in his Zapdos every single time, I'm not going to force Stealth Rocks anymore. What I'm going to do is just try and get some damage off in his Zapdos so that a +2 Talonflame with the Flare Blitz can actually take down this guy. So I'm trying to go and fish for the burns. He decides to go Roost, and I figured Mammothine was a very safe switch, and here he would probably switch into his Bronzong, which does end up happening, so I predict that right. But this guy prepared really well, and he puts Zen Headbutt on his Bronzong, but fortunately for me that misses, and that ends up mattering more in the later on. So here I basically reveal that I am not choice in any way, but just going for the Mega Horn right here, and here I have to switch. I mean, I can go into my Talonflame because I predicted him to double out into something I could take on my Empoleon. Unfortunately, that thing is Zapdos, so it also takes on my Talonflame. So here I'm forced to bring in Heracross since my Electros already died earlier this game, so I didn't really have any checks to deal with that. But I go for Stone Edge, and Altaria gets critted, but Altaria doesn't get fucks because he can freely Roost right here, and he's going to be very good. So I take the opportunity to go into Empoleon, and he's going to Roost again actually on my predicted Scald. And here I thought, you know what, maybe this guy just straight up doesn't fear me, so let's click Flash Cannon. But this is the moment where he ends up, where he does end up switching, and so he got me twice in a row right there, and things are look kind of iffy. But here I'm in his head, and I decided, you know what, he's definitely going to predict me to switch in Mammothine because I don't have switches to this thing, so let me just try and fish for a Skull Burn right here. And I figured if he was going to go for a Volt Switch or a T-Ball, I could probably live one. So here is kind of forced to Roost, so I did go out into my Mammothine, and I just click Icicle Crash, and I basically get a kill right here. He could not risk switching in Infernape, because I could have well clicked Earthquake right there. But he goes into Inferno, and I go into my safe switch, which is the Suicune. I figured if he wanted to go for the U-turn and go into Zapdos, he would add some pressure to me, but I wasn't too worried about it. So here I'm just gonna go into Suicune, and I double out into Empoleon, predicting this guy. This was a risky play on my part, but here I figure, you know what, I'm just gonna force Stealth Rocks again. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I really want to get this burn on the Zapdos, so I'm doing everything in my mind that I can do to get this Zapdos burned. But he crits me again. This is a very hexy match. A lot of crits over and back. But I cannot seem to get the burn on the Zapdos, but so I'm forced to bring on my Heracross again. Here I figure, you know what, I got a Stone Edge, so that will probably take out this guy, and then Talonflame can more likely sweep. But I do go for Stone Edge. Here I figure, you know what, let's play with my balls, and Stone Edge again. Fortunately, Heracross does connect, is going to take out his Mega Altaria, which is not really a threat, just an annoying Pokemon to have. Here I decided, you know what, I'm just going to fodder this guy. Probably could have foddered Empoleon there as well, it didn't even matter. But here I just wanted to go into Suicune, because if he was Focus Sash, which I didn't know at the time that he was Choice Scarf, I could have done nasty things to him. So here I just keep clicking Scald, and I do get the burn right here, which at this point doesn't matter. Here he is forced to Roost if he wants to have a chance at winning. I know this, and I pull a switch into my Mamoswine. Here, Mamoswine is basically going to get another kill by clicking Icicle Crash. His Infernape is 21%, his Gengar does not switch in on this Mamoswine. So here he has basically lost. Since the reasoning, if he would have gone into Infernape right here, I could have sacked Empoleon, would have gone into Talonflame, and then clicked Brave Bird, which would have killed either this thing, Gengar could not survive too. I would have gone to kill on the Infernape. Would he gone into this thing, I would have broken a potential Sash, as is going to happen right now with the Ice Shard. He's going to take me out with an Energy Ball, which is cool for style points, I guess. But now I can go into Talonflame, and this is basically my game. I can click Brave Bird twice right here, and this is going to end the battle. So this guy prepared really well. Afterwards he told me that he was actually fearing setup mons like Suicune and my Talonflame, so he put Haze on two of his mons. I think it was Altaria and maybe Bronzong, I have no idea. No, I don't think it gets Haze, but he had Haze at least on his Mega Altaria to check those, and I really enjoyed this game. I even stated it multiple times when doing this, when recording this, that I really liked the way the game played out. But that's going to be it for this week's video. We are currently sitting at 4-0 with a +11 differential. I don't think so, probably more. But that was going to be it for this week. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.